I mean, in order to do the diagnosis, I have to write down like every detail. It's kind of funny because
Why don't you just go on TARDIS wiki and just look at the
yeah, but if
summary
I
on
do that, I don't
that?
have to watch the episode. I actually like watching the episode. I like doing my own. I like
Fair
doing my
enough, I
own
suppose.
research. But if I look at Rose, it has one and like a quarter pages, whereas Parting of Ways had 3 and a quarter pages. All right, so here we are with the review. I don't want to do a whole. I don't want it to
The
be a whole
epic review
production.
of
I'm just gonna start.
Destiny.
I'm just gonna it's gonna be casual. So welcome to the review, everybody. It is your host Jayden with Wolifee and Nindra. So hello, everybody.
Hello.
We just got done recording an hour and 30 minute podcast. So, um, mind us if we're slow, but we are doing this right afterwards because I can't record one next weekend. But this is basically the season 1 review. I don't exactly know how much we're gonna be covering because I didn't really tell anyone to do any research or anything. We're just gonna be like, I'm just gonna ask questions. We're gonna feel how we feel about the episode or about the season. But uh but yeah, we made it this far. Welcome. So obviously we review every single episode of season 1, and I think we should the first thing I wrote is the Ninth Doctor. I kind of want to de- delve dive deep in the Ninth Doctor, um, and how he was my first Doctor. What was your guys' first Doctor?
Either 10 or 6.
I mean, if we're not including the random clips I randomly saw, yeah, it would also be my first
Okay.
Doctor, unless we include the random clips, in which case it'd probably technically be Capaldi.
If we're actually going off random clips, the first random clip I saw on TikTok was Matt Smith's Vincent Van Gogh episode, but that was like years ago. Anyway, I really enjoy the Ninth Doctor because I feel like he is the one Doctor that is very different from all the other ones. I mean, I'm kind of counting for modern. Um,
Yeah.
maybe in the cause yeah, I'm basically I can't speak for 12 or 13 because I just started 12 and I don't even know 13. So for this review, I think I'll just be basically comparing to the first 3 Doctors in the modern. Um, but I liked him. I liked his what do you call it? His appearance, I guess, because we kind of get the Doctor when he first comes out of his regeneration. So if you kind of think about it, this after seeing the 50th, he could just he just regenerated from the War Doctor. He kind of looks at his face and says, I think in Rose, he looks at his face and says, what does he say? He says something about his appearance. I forget. Do you know what he says, Wolfie?
Yeah, look
Nindra?
at the ears.
I'm not sure, but to be honest, the confusing thing about that is I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of like audio books that take place before Rose with 9.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I
Do you
don't. Are they canon?
I'm not sure,
do
to
you
be honest.
remember that the comment? Oh man, I forgot. It might have been Dirac. I forget who it was. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but the comment was saying how the ninth when at the end of Rose when the TARDIS first dematerializes, the 12th Doctor talks
I
to
didn't
him or
remember that.
something, and he goes on a whole adventure, and then he comes back and says it also time travels.
Oh god,
It
I
was a
have no
comment. You don't
idea.
remember?
I, I, I think I
Yeah,
remember that.
because Ninja was like, "What? He went on a whole adventure?" Let me see if I can actually find it.
Yeah. Actually, while you're
Yeah.
doing that, there's just one thing I wanted to mention about like just this series in general, and that's I think it does a really good job of like introducing new audiences to like everything to know about Doctor Who. because obviously there was obviously that big gap
Yeah.
so between this and the previous series. So yeah, I think he does a really good job at introducing all
So
the
it
new
was over like
stuff.
20 years, isn't it?
The gap was
Oh,
16 if you don't count the American movie, or 9 if you do, or 10, I suppose.
9.
9, no 9.
Oh, if you do
Yeah,
count it, it's
'cause
9
that
or
was
10.
1996.
It was by June Teku the Enigma. They said the story takes place not long after 9 initially offered Rose to travel with him. 12 gave him a DVD or something.
Oh, I yeah, I've no idea. Probably a comic
They
or
said it
a
was an audio
audiobook
Big
or
Finish or whatever.
oh, I didn't even know.
Is it? Did
Oh,
I
I
just make
don't
that
know.
up? Where did I hear Big Finish from?
No,
Uh,
Big Finish do
Oh,
audiobooks, but I've just I didn't know they did a
well, I don't know
multi-doctor
if they did. I
story.
don't. I'm not sure. I thought they did. Um.
Mm.
So yeah, I really enjoyed the Ninth Doctor throughout all of the seasons, all the episodes. Sorry. Um. Which I kind of wish. What do you think the show would have been if they did the same treatment for the Ninth Doctor like they do for all the other ones?
I don't actually. I know I've thought about it a few times, but I don't think would have gone any
You think they would
further
have canceled it?
than a few series. Yeah, I think they might have because they nearly cancelled it after 10 left, but they
Oh,
didn't.
I mean, to be honest,
So
Christmas Invasion would definitely be very different if it was still the ninth.
yeah. I like how at first when I first I mean even now it kind of like I don't know, I feel like it's all done correctly. I feel like it was, because it happened, we can only imagine what it is because it happened. The Ninth Doctor only had one season. We can imagine all we want, but we don't really know how it would have been with him in the future.
I just well, I just don't think the arc will have done as well if he
Yeah,
did another series. I mean, it would have been good, but
I feel like 9 was deserving. Like, 9 obviously he had his own season. 9 was deserving of a season in his own right. 9 was amazing, but um
yeah,
I feel like it was like a filler Doctor, if you know what I mean. Like not filler, like he had an amazing arc, but I feel like they wanted to get to
yeah,
10, so they did 9 a certain way.
mm,
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like um I mean before they had to have known pretty early on that he was only going to be in for one season, right?
I'm not actually sure about that. Because I don't know.
I don't know. But I like his story. Like when I first watched it all those years ago, I think it was 2 years ago when I first watched it. I was like, "Man, that kind of sucks that he only got one season. Now I got to meet this new Doctor, which they really should have replaced the companion when they got the new Doctor, because I don't like when
Mm,
I'm pretty early on with the 12th Doctor, but I think they did a lot better job of having Clara be with 11 and 12 versus Rose being with 9 and 10, cuz
mm,
you know, we all know how
yeah,
Rose was with the 10th Doctor. Um Even a lot of people in my comments, like when I first watched it, they were like, "Oh man, I agree with you. Rose was a lot better with what's it called, with 9." But yeah. Anyway, what was it? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Yeah. Anyway, um, so yeah, that's the Ninth Doctor. That's an overview of the Ninth Doctor. I really enjoyed it. Um, I think his time on the show was deserving. I feel like it's good that he didn't get more seasons because would have been different. But anyway, yeah. Um,
Mm.
I had some other things right here. Oh, right here. Um, Still talk about the Ninth Doctor. I'm still on the Ninth Doctor. So right here, I'm on Wikipedia right now, and it says, on Wikipedia, it says, uh, Eccleston. Is that how I say his last name? Eccleston. Eccleston's
Yeah.
incarnation of the Doctor is a war-torn loner who is more pragmatic and less eccentric than his previous selves. Fiercely determined to protect the innocent at all costs, and prone to using humor to mask the trauma he suffers from as a result of the Time War. Which that's his description, and I agree with it. Um, all right, now on to Rose. So does anyone want to? I talk about the Ninth Doctor a lot. Anyone want to take over for Rose? What they thought about Rose for this entire season?
Um. So Rose. Why did
Yeah, I want
I?
you to do
Okay.
it.
Um. Oh right. So with Rose in her first step, I don't know how to say it. So at the beginning, when she's with Mickey and that, she was all right. Obviously, she worked her shop. Everything was normal. Um. I At the beginning, she were amazing. When it got to sort of the middle of the series, where she met Adam Mitchell, whatever he
Yeah.
were called, um, she became a bit more flirty and that. And then obviously she were a bit annoyed at him by the end of the long game.
And just
Um,
disregarding Mickey.
then when it got,
And just disregarding
huh?
Mickey.
Yeah. And then that's sort of further supported when she in um The Empty Child, when the captain's reading out her psychic paper, it says that she considered herself available.
Oh.
So she's just basically ignored
Yeah.
Mickey. So, um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
And
that were
then
obviously
in
before she
Boomtown,
found out that he were obviously going with someone else in
yeah,
Boomtown. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And then she got annoyed at him for that when she's been doing all the flirty in the previous episodes. So that's why it's a bit. I mean, she's not bad. Well, I don't know. She was okay in Savers 1, I'll just say that. Because I will start an argument.
So it seems like you don't like Rose.
No, I like her in
Yeah.
Savers 1. Just, she's a bit. Mm.
Yeah, like when I first watched it, I was kind of like I don't know, ignoring all that maybe, but like now that I think about it more and more, um it's just it's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird how they wrote her.
uh,
Yeah.
I feel like you could do some speculations and theories of behind the scenes stuff maybe. I don't know. Maybe they just want us to be like very dramatic with the first season. Maybe. What do you guys think about? So I think I saw this on Reddit. I think um where they said they didn't like season one or a bunch of Russell T Davis. They didn't like Russell T Davis era because it was it didn't follow with each other. They said like it didn't like you know what I mean. Like it didn't like it wasn't consecutive. Like you didn't have to watch this one to understand this one. And they said just having Bad Wolf doesn't mean it's a series long arc. So they were just completely saying how like they didn't like this season because it wasn't an arc. Just having Bad Wolf doesn't make it an arc. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I feel like there were other parts of it that evolved as it went on.
Yeah, like
It wasn't just
everything
Bad Wolf.
linked into the finale. Like, obviously, the long game linked in because of the space
Yeah.
station. Boomtown linked in because obviously it introduced us to the heart, and which made the heart of the TARDIS. Um, because obviously
finale as
Slovene
well.
looked into it, and then Rose looked into it later in the
Yeah.
finale. Um,
It's
so
like
everything really just
everything.
links together. That's why I don't really
Yeah, everything
understand.
was building up to this finale. Um,
Exactly. So I saw. Well, yeah, I disagree with the
when I first watched this
thing.
season, I was used to American TV where it was so long and
Yeah.
everything was following each other. But rewatching this, I was like, yeah, it really everything kind of connects because we had Father's Day, we had arcs of her family, and I did want to talk. Yeah, I do want to talk about her family in this review, but like we have her family arc and um obviously each episode it's in order to last as long as it's lasting, they can't have the same plot line going on for all that time. Yeah, I mean
Exactly.
season 6 they did it mostly well in season 6. There were like some episodes they kind of deterred from,
Mm,
um,
yeah.
but I think yeah, I don't. It was just a thing I found. I wanted to get you guys' opinion on it because I was like I can understand where you're coming from by saying just having Bad Wolf doesn't mean it's an arc, but they had like other components to it
Yeah.
that had it
Yeah.
hmm
be an arc. Um,
Mm.
yeah. Although I don't remember much of the other seasons to be honest. But yeah, what was the other thing that I saw on Reddit? Oh no, did I get rid of it? Oh no. It was cool because like it was cool because I didn't need to click on it. If I clicked on it, I would have gotten spoiled. But if I didn't click on it, I just saw the first couple of texts and it was exactly what I needed. Let me go to my Oh no, it wouldn't even be on my history. Let me see. Right here. All right here. So this is talking about the Ninth Doctor again, but it says I just saw we don't have to talk too much about it, but I just thought it was pretty cool. They said if the Ninth Doctor is the man who ran, 10th Doctor the man who regrets, and the 11th Doctor the man who forgets, and it just goes on, but I can't see the rest. Um, I just thought I like that. I just like that post that they made. It doesn't really lead on to
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah. Um, but why did they say the Ninth Doctor is the man who ran? He didn't really run, did he?
Um,
Uh,
I mean, I'm guessing it's sort of part of the
Yeah,
arc where he's like running away from the time. Well, from what he did in the Time War, I
yeah.
suppose, which is why he needed Rose to
yeah,
like help him out. And
and then obviously in the season finale, he kind of just
Yeah.
accepts it all and accepts his death.
yeah, the Cowardor killer scene.
So, another thing I want to talk about was Rose's family. This is goes on to season 2 because Rose is really only in season 1 and 2. But I like her. I don't know. I feel like her family is very interesting. And even if I don't like Rose
Yeah.
as much as the other ones, I feel like she had like the most interesting family and like background to her. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had, she has her dad died before the show started, and she goes to meet her dad in Father's Day, and in season 2 she has uh the parallel Earth. So yeah, I like her the family component, and I love Jackie. You know, I really love Jackie. I think we can all agree that we love Jackie. It's like, how do
Yeah,
you not like
100%.
Jackie? Um, but yeah. Anyway, so what was your guys like remove the best episode you've seen, remove all that. But what was your favorite episode of the season? Like any episode if you had to choose, what was like your favorite for whatever reason?
Ooh,
I mean,
that's
as I said,
difficult.
my favorite episode from this season is um. Wait, are we including
Yeah, you
two
can include
parters?
or yeah, you can include two parters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Empty Child and Doctor
And
Dances.
why is that?
I don't know. I feel like it just like has like a good thing of like both hope and despair at the same time, and I feel like it uses that really
Yeah.
well. And then the ending's obviously really nice, and obviously linking into like Time War and all
Yeah.
that. So
How
yeah.
about you, Wolfie?
Oh, this is difficult because I'm terrible when it comes to making decisions. Um, I'm stuck between Boomtown and the finale. Like, I think the reason I like Boomtown so much is because it's so different.
Wait, but it kind of reminds me of like Aliens of London, sort of. Not really, but sort
I
of.
know, but taking them as their own story, like the concept of it about taking an alien who you're about to take to their death to dinner, it's so good for
Yeah.
character moments and that. So I'm not sure but the finale's got the coward or killer scene and a lot to it. So I don't know. I can't pick.
Yeah. I have a favorite episode, and you know, I think I think it's just always been my favorite, and I've talked about it before, and I've always talked to Wolfie about it because I think it was his least favorite at one point, but I think my favorite has to be Father's Day, and that might I don't know, I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but like I said, there's episodes that are better than it, yeah, but like my personal favorite is just Father's Day. I like number one is set in like not present day Earth, but it's set on Earth. It's a family episode. The character moments are really well. It has time travel aspects of it, like, going back and completely changing your entire life, basically. Um, I feel like they should have. The one thing about Doctor Who that I was like kind of surprised at was that there aren't immediate effects of stuff. Like, I mean, um, in the season 6 finale, we all know when the Doctor didn't die or whatever, or they thought that he didn't die. I forget how to explain it,
Mm.
but River Song did something and the whole universe changed. So that's basically like a change like that. But earlier on, especially in this season, I would have thought that in Father's Day, oh, what's Rose's future gonna be like when she goes back? Because she changed some things, and even though she put it back and fixed it, she still changed some things. But they didn't really focus on that at all, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, things pretty much. I like the way it like stayed the same.
Yeah, but in real life, if time travel was real, then stuff would have been different.
Yeah, that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, but Father's Day, I think it reminded me of other time travel shows I watched as well, so that's why it kind of related to me. Um, yeah, I just liked it, and I like the whole loop of Rose being what's her name? Rose being that girl who was by his side.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because Jackie
Mm.
was talking to little Rose about that. So, um, another segment I want to talk about was like just the characters that they had because I feel like in these first 4 seasons they did a really great job at having like a variety of different characters appear each episode. Even if the characters weren't all too well, or even if the characters weren't all too good or whatever, they were still here. So like Adam, basically, we had Adam. I didn't like Adam.
Mm.
I feel like, I mean, honestly, I feel like he could. I don't know. What do you guys think about Adam? Is that his name? That's his name, right?
I hate him.
Uh, yeah.
But is there any?
I mean, at least they kind of improved his character a bit in that one. I don't know whether an
Did
audio
you
book or
say like
something like that.
he? Wait, didn't you
Or a
say Adam
comic.
like became a superhero or something?
Um, no, basically he kidnaps a bunch of the Doctor's companions, and works with the Master. Then eventually he stops the Master, and then he dies.
So Adam was just well, I mean, I don't know. Um, but I like Adam because like I like what Adam did for the Doctor. Like I like that Adam was that one character where the Doctor just completely just found no hope for.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um and then Mickey, I'm indifferent with Mickey. Like the way they write him is so like each episode he's just so different, I feel like. He was great in Rose.
oh yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like they just didn't have consistency with this character. But I liked
No,
him in Rose. Everything else, I don't know. Talked about Jackie already. Jackie's great. Um and oh, Harriet, what's her name? Harriet Jones? Oh man, I love Harriet Jones.
yep,
Yeah.
And I especially like the difference in relationship between the ninth Doctor and the 10th Doctor, which actually she appears in the next the special, right? Yeah.
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 So we'll be talking more about Harriet Jones in the future. Um and then
Um,
oh, were you gonna say something?
well, I was gonna say, another thing we should probably talk about is just the villains in
Oh
general for
yeah.
the series, because obviously there were the what were they called? The oh, what were they
The
called?
plastic
What were they
people?
called in Rose?
What are they called?
I'm pretty sure they
Autons.
have a name. Yeah, the
Autons.
Autons. Then it was Cassandra, then the Gelf, then the Slovene, then the Daleks.
So which one was your favorite? What was your
Um,
favorite villain this season?
oh, definitely the
Yeah.
Daleks.
How about you, Wolfie?
Like I think obviously I mentioned this um uh last podcast, but just the way they made the Daleks look powerful and like scary was really good.
Yeah. Um, I feel like
And the gas mask zombies were also absolutely terrifying.
I think my favorite this season would have been the Daleks. Um, although I feel like Cassandra, she wasn't your stereotypical villain. She was more of a.
Mm,
Could it be a product of her own environment? Like you know what I mean when I say that? Like
sort of.
Yeah.
she's not out. Like I don't know. She wanted money, didn't she? She wanted money or something. She was gonna do something.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, she had a very different plan,
Yeah,
I
she was
guess.
a different type of like she didn't. There was no Earth to come to, obviously, but she didn't come to Earth to do all that stuff. Whereas everyone else kind of, yeah. Was she the only one? Was she the only one who didn't come to Earth? 'Cause everyone else was
Um,
in Earth.
yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah, because long game that was sort of based
Oh,
around
long game. But who were the villains in that one? Oh, it was the that guy.
the
Yes.
editor and the Jaguar
Yeah, yeah,
Press.
yeah. I think I feel like my least favorite ones are just the Slovene. I don't like the Slovenes.
Uh, I mean, I feel like there were points where they did actually seem like pretty good villains, like where they were a bit
Yeah, there were
scary.
points of that,
Um,
but like I could never imagine seeing a Slovene with Matt Smith or Peter. Imagine seeing a Slovene with 11 or 12 or even 10, because I don't think 10 had a
Mm,
Slovene, did he?
uh, no, I
I
don't.
think they made a slight cameo in his final episode, but
Oh,
other
yeah,
than
we
that,
didn't
Yeah,
really face them.
yeah.
I think the Slovene were done. I think the Slovene. I think they had to have been done now because anytime in the future, I think they just would have been out of place. I don't know. I feel like the
Oh,
Slovene
yeah.
were good for season one, but I mean, something had to. I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one that thinks like this because they don't really make another appearance other than like Sarah Jane. So
Mm.
yeah, um,
Okay. I'm pretty sure the only one we haven't mentioned right now is the what are they called, the Reapers.
I don't remember. Wait,
Yeah,
Reapers
I
from
think that's
where?
what they're called.
Yeah. Father's
Oh,
Day.
okay. That was another moment where it was like it kind of. I feel like they're like there were two instances in this show where I'm at right now where I feel like they didn't really need a villain, or they didn't need like an alien villain. So Father's Day, I mean, it made sense why the Reapers were there, but I feel like they could have pulled it off without them. I mean, I know a big plot point
Oh
was for
yeah.
that, and another one was for Vincent and the Doctor, where I mean, I know the villain or the alien represented like mental health and stuff, which was a good thing.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff like that in Classic. Like
But they didn't need that.
the Aztecs, the Romans, like pure historicals with
Oh
no
yeah,
like menace and monster.
I like the Romans a lot actually when I saw that.
Oh, fair enough.
Um, but I don't know. I feel I actually I really I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I enjoyed the fact that in season 7, episode I think it was episode 7, the Bells of Saint John. Um, now season 7B is kind of weird. Wolfie did warn me about that, but I did
Oh,
enjoy in the Bells of Saint John. There wasn't an alien other than the Supreme Intelligence at the end. But for the entire episode, it was just
yes.
Clara and the Doctor.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there was oh, I can say this now because
Yeah.
you've seen it. There was the Great
That's what I said
Intelligence
at the
at
end.
the end. But that was only a
Yeah.
That
And personally, I still think that ending were absolutely
Oh
terrifying.
yeah. She becomes a kid again. Cause that's when they took her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder how long it'll take us to get there.
yeah.
Um
An entire lifetime.
so the last I guess not the last character in my mind I want to talk about is Captain Jack. Cause he's a pretty important person in this, universe, I'd say. He's a long,
Mm.
he has his own show basically. So, we get introduced to him in Empty Child two-parter. I didn't like him at first. It took me like, it took me until I think I liked him in Boomtown. That's when I started to like him. Um, so actually, he was in the show for the last, one, two, three, four, five, like last 5 episodes. Yeah. So yeah, Captain Jack. What happened?
Oh yeah. No, I was just
Yeah.
saying, oh yeah.
So what do you guys think of Captain Jack in season 1? Like remove everything else, like torture, remove all that. What do you guys think of him?
Um, I like him. Well,
Mm.
yeah, I suppose I do. It's
Yeah.
just different, I suppose.
Different to what? Like his character's different?
Yeah, he's like complete. Like, he's different to the
Yeah.
Doctor. So yeah,
Yeah. Um, I think he definitely has more time to shine in Torchwood, which even then Torchwood is like I really wish they would have been more consistent with their stuff. Cuz that show had potential.
yeah.
That show had a lot of potential, but they just kind of
I mean, series 4.
oh,
I think it could have been as good as series 3, but there's I've heard that I think this is true anyway, that the Americans wanted the series because obviously it was co-produced by an American
yeah.
company. They wanted the series to be longer, whilst the Brits wanted it to be
Yeah.
shorter. So Russell had sort of compromise, and yeah,
See, okay, so I have two things. So they shouldn't have done it long like that. They should have done it at least like 5 episodes, if anything. And number two, if they were gonna have it longer, and they knew they were gonna have it longer, they should have like rewrote some of those episodes. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I like watching a long show, but not if like each episode is about the same thing over and over again. Like they spent like 3 episodes like going somewhere. Like it was so long. I yeah, that will come to my YouTube channel soon. Like I'm on the last 3 episodes are there or have to be edited. Anyway, um, yeah, but um, I kind of I don't know. I wish like I know when did Torchwood come out in season 3? Yeah, Torchwood came out season 3 of Doctor Who, right?
Um, it was 2006, so I can't remember if that was before or after series
Let me
2.
see. So season 2 was 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, they came out in the same year.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't work out. It must have been after series 2, surely, because obviously they had all the mentions and that.
Yeah. Okay. I thought season. I thought for some reason I thought Torchwood came out like 2010.
No, I think it's just because it was spread over a few years towards
Yeah.
the end.
Um. I don't. I feel like I just keep thinking about Jack, and I feel like he was also written weird because he was just he was either mean or he was nice or he was very sexual or he was genuine. Like he just I wish there was I wish he had more development cuz all I mean I don't know if it's really spoiling, but all like throughout his show he just remained the same. Like we learned more about him as the show went on and as you know we learned more about him as the universe goes on
Yeah, I
cuz
suppose
he
you're
appears in
right.
where does he appear again? He appears in like the season 3 finale or the two-parter then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I just wish I knew more about him. Um, which I mean, I think I have a main gist of who he is. Is he from the future? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Abdi Child uh explained that to me. Um, but yeah, I like Jack. Um, yeah. So another thing that I wrote down here for the seasonal review was that there was no bad episode this season. If you think about it, right?
I mean, only the long game, really.
Yeah.
Actually, I forgot about
But
that.
Because yeah, I mean, because obviously originally I thought before rewatching it, I thought that Unquiet Dead wasn't that good, but after rewatching it with all the references and all that, I do think it's
I've
alright.
always liked Unquiet Dead.
mm,
I was like when I came into the podcast, I was like the one like advocating for it, and I think that's why I think the reason I'm here is I think the reason I'm here is why it's not completely on the bottom, maybe it's second to bottom. So
yeah, I would probably approach
I would
second to
argue that
last.
End of the World and
So
Unquiet Dead go hand in hand with me, to be honest, because I didn't like End of the
yeah,
World when I
yeah, I
first
can
watched it.
see that.
I thought it
Mm,
was very long for the look for being in one location. They were really in one
yeah, I
location for
suppose.
like 47 minutes. Um,
Mm,
so yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think all the episodes, especially this first season, I feel like each episode in its own, even like the long game to a certain extent, um, each episode was strong and brought something to the season. Yeah.
yeah,
And as we were reviewing the
Hmm.
last podcast, I was thinking, I wish we got more long game story. Like it'd be kind of cool to see like an episode. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool just to learn more about the Satellite 5. That's what I mean. More Satellite 5 story.
mm,
You mean like in between the long
Yeah.
game and Bad
Or
Wolf and
how
all that?
Satellite 5 came to be or like I don't know, it was just kind of it was very interesting.
Like how it got like
Yeah, it was
corrupted?
very interesting. I wish we had more of it, but even the fact that we have
Yes.
like two separate stories going on with it, two different times. Um Yeah. So anyway, let me go to this ranking. So we said we were going to talk a little bit more about the ranking in this one. So I mean, I feel like this ranking is pretty good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
it works.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with
Yeah.
it as well.
Like
So,
each of them are deserving to be there. Like they're not really. Yeah, like there's none that we can argue that we don't agree with. Like we've done it pretty well where we kind of we actually agreed more often than not. I think the ones we didn't agree with were Father's Day, Unquiet Dead, and Rose cuz Wolfie really likes Rose.
I mean, it's all right. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Wolfie, I thought on
Mm.
your Twitter you're supposed to be reviewing each episode yourself, but then you quit.
I told you, I gave it. I have no time for it.
Yeah.
I think I finished Torchwood Series 1 with it as well, and then just
Oh.
gave up after that.
Maybe you just need a complete break.
I I don't know if I'll ever go back to doing
What?
it. The review I was
Oh.
doing.
But you did all of Classic Who, didn't you?
Yes, I've seen Revival, who God knows how
So you
many
could,
times. There's like one episode that I've probably only seen below 5 times, and that's Dinosaurs Are Spaceship.
oh.
It's just so boring
So
to
you could
me.
do this podcast without having to rewatch it week to week.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you do that for some of them?
Uh,
Oh,
I've seen them so many times that I can probably just remember
yeah.
half the
And
stuff.
you
Well,
basically do remember. Like after a mind, you'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Unless you're lying to me all the time. Oops. Yeah.
mm,
Anyway, well, that was the season one overview. We talked about Ninth Doctor. Talked about the episodes itself. We're going on to season. We're going on to the Christmas special 2005. We're gonna meet the 11th. No, we're gonna meet the 10th Doctor. I always get those confused. I don't know why. We're gonna meet the 10th Doctor. Um, I am currently at the 12th Doctor right now, so um, I'm probably not gonna be any closer being done by the time we meet up next. But yeah, so next time you see a podcast, it will be the Christmas 2005 special, and then we're gonna go on with season 2.
oh, I've got one thing
Yeah.
to add. Um, if anyone else wants to leave their rankings for Series 1 in the comments,
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
because that'd be interesting.
Yeah, leave
Oh
your
yeah.
ranking, uh, your top 10. Include the two parts as one top, like the 10 rankings. Um, that'd be interesting to see. So yeah. Anyway, um, I'm gonna end the video here. So I want to say thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I'll see
So,
you.
yeah, and if you did enjoy,
Yep.
make sure to hit that subscribe button with an
I'll see you in
auto
the next
plus.
video.
It's
Goodbye.
open. Bye.
Bye.